How you doing today?
Yeah, good. Just training. You know, working towards the next big thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's the training been?
Yeah, it's been good. It's hard. Purely because of like the level I'm at.
Yeah.
And I'm always wanting to push towards the next goal.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always wanting to achieve something better. But
Yeah.
I want to set up. Okay, how can I raise it?
Yeah.
So yeah. That's good.
That's pretty good. Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you for coming. I really appreciate the fact that you are here to sit with me, and then we're going to be having this amazing conversation. It's a conversation. It's not. I don't do interviews.
No,
I do conversations,
and I love that.
Okay, that's
because it like opens up the floor.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So we would let it flow.
Of course,
we'll let this conversation flow. And it's just gonna flow by itself. We're gonna touch on things. We may touch on sensitive matters, but we would leave out some critical details, especially when it happens to, or when it happens to be that it's more than one person that's involved in that conversation, which would be great just because we have to respect people as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Despite their presence or absence, we just have to respect them.
Cool.
So what was your intention as in when I asked you, when I invited you to come to the Mindful 24? What was your thoughts like? What was your thought like?
Yeah, well, initially, because I know we have like a playful, you know, we always have banter, we're always joking around.
Yeah.
Initially, I'm like, this guy's, you know, just having a laugh, right? But I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, I know you like to just sit down and get to know people, have that conversation. So I was like, because I remember initially I laughed in your face because I thought you were having a joke.
You did it like several times.
I did it several times. But on a serious note, I was like, you know what? Like, I'd like to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, you've always asked about my martial art background.
Yeah, which is true.
And just like little things about my mindset, things like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm grateful that you invited me on. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I like the fact that you highlighted the fact that I had talked about your martial arts and my interest into your martial arts. Funny enough, I like wrestling, but I don't know why I don't have so much muscles for wrestling.
Yeah.
But I like wrestling, and I watch, like, I grew up watching wrestling, WrestleMania.
Yeah, like WWE.
Yeah, WWE. And then it moved over to other wrestling, like boxing, and then the MMA kind of
course.
And so, so when I noticed you were into boxing, into wrestling, I was like, oh, jiu-jitsu. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, yes. Like, so I don't do the WWE style. Like, that's more entertainment side.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm more like, okay, shoot for takedowns, get them to the ground, control them, pin them, pretty much make their life miserable, right? But that's not like, which I know sounds
like you make my life miserable sometimes.
always no, but very wrestling, jiu-jitsu heavy.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Have you ever suffocated someone?
All the time. Like, but that's just the nature of the sport.
That's the nature of the sport.
Because because when it comes to wrestling and jiu-jitsu, you have to, like, in your mind be like, okay, this could happen.
Yeah.
And accept that, which at times can be tricky. But, but yes, I have suffocated someone, and I have been suffocated myself.
You quickly tapped.
Always, you have to tap early though, because if you don't tap early, you're going to injure yourself. You may injure your partner in the process. Yeah. And you're not going to have anyone that wants to train with you. Yeah. Because they go like, oh, that person, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm going to get injured, or I have a higher chance. Yeah. So you have to tap early.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Thank you for sharing with the viewers. Something about wrestling. I think I one of those so when I was growing up, I like I said, I used to watch WWE.
Yeah.
And I think one of my interesting wrestlers would be the Undertaker. Then he was he was still slimmer. He wasn't puffy like the way he is.
Yeah.
Like he was still slimmer, and I did like him because of his exhibition when going into the wrestling ring.
Yeah,
all this kind of thing, and it was really interesting. I think the other wrestler I liked was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, I love it. Honestly. Just grabs like 2 cans of beer.
Exactly.
Like drinks it like that. And then throws the can up into like the ground.
Exactly. So Stone Cold was one fighter I did like, and if Stone Cold was to fight again today, I would watch it.
100%.
I would watch him. I think he just had his own uniqueness in that space and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. I think, but when I moved out of WrestleMania and those kind of wrestling, I think I started watching more like boxing and MMA.
Yeah.
And I think I liked most of the fighters, but my own bias would be that I liked a Nigerian fighter, which was Israel Adesanya.
Oh, yeah. I met a guy as well.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I met a guy in person, and he's someone I really idolized.
Oh, cool.
Because at the time he had just knocked out Derek Brunson at Madison Square Garden.
Oh.
I think it was UFC 230, which was headlined by Daniel Cormier and Derek Lewis for the World Heavyweight title at the time. Yeah. And I remember I met him and the current UFC Featherweight champion, Alexander Volkanovski.
Yeah.
Got his face
cool,
in the shirt.
Man. Okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah. So,
Volka.
But those 2 guys, like, you watch them compete.
Yeah.
And then when you get to meet them, and it's like, and I'm like, and I remember chatting to them, and I'm like, these guys are so calm and like super nice and respectful.
Yeah.
Which is like a kind of gets impression you want.
Yeah.
Like really inspires you as well to like push on.
True. You're correct on that. You're correct. And funny enough, Volk just won.
Yeah, he just reclaimed it.
The featherweight belts.
Yeah, he just reclaimed the title in Miami.
Yeah.
A very, very tough opponent in Diego Lopez.
I want to say thank you for watching content from the Mindful 24. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also make comments to our content and just let us know what you think we could work on, how we could improve, and so we just get better at what we do and be able to give you information that are actually going to impact you positively and help you inspire for the future and even for the now where you're currently at. So keep watching the Mindful 24. We're talking about faith.
Yeah.
And I said mine was because while growing up I knew that my parents loved the Lord.
Yeah.
And this already gave me a foundation.
Yeah.
And even if I didn't know so much, I just would go to church with them. And when I grew older and I didn't want to go to church, my dad would be like, is it that you come with me to church in this car? Oh, I'll lock you outside my house. And well, there's nowhere else I was gonna go to. Even if I was to go to maybe the house of a relative, they're very far from me. It's like going to maybe Dowd from South Australia.
Yeah.
So I have to travel, that kind of thing. So, but in any sense, that gave me a good foundation as regards my faith, and I think that will be part of my building block for life, and that will remain my building block for life. But I would like to know, because you highlighted your faith when you were a child, when you were talking. I would like to know, how did it happen? How did you realize, okay, I'm going to church? How did it just come about?
Yeah, well, it's funny because I have no church background, right? And where I was like, I just as a kid would explore my area.
Yeah.
I remember I just got, there was like this playground before it was fenced.
Yeah.
I just went to this playground on like a schoolyard, and I remember I was just playing around, doing nothing, obviously. And I just see like this pair of people coming around the corner of a building, and you know, I'm curious.
Yeah.
So I go, what are you doing here? And they go, church. And I'm just like, what's that? So I didn't know who these people were.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't encourage this, but I decided to follow a pair of strangers. So I walk, and yeah, I was just like, and this was when I was about 9 years old. So, and I went by myself.
Yeah.
Like, my parents knew where I was. But still trying to like figure things out.
Yeah.
Because I'm still young. I don't really understand. Like, obviously, I'm going to church, but I'm not understanding
what they're actually saying.
Yeah. But as I got older, before I left that church, it did help build that foundation for me for where I am now.
Yeah. Which is actually cool. And do you think faith is part of your building blocks even when you go for a fight and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think faith is important.
Yeah.
Like, even before a fight, in the back, I'm praying to myself. Because it's like, God, have your favor over me.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Like, even in my most recent jiu-jitsu comp, right?
Yeah.
I'm always praying. Because I'm like, I want God to have that favor over me, protect me. And,
so, in a situation where you lose a fight, even after saying, God, have this for your favor upon me on this fight.
Sure.
How do you navigate that moment?
Yeah, so, because it's like, it's hard. Because it's like, God, what are you doing? Like, brother, you let me down.
Exactly.
In the same breath, you're also saying, God, protect me. So, like, when you lose, it's like, okay, God, protect me. Like, if I have any injuries, heal me.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So also having that faith.
Okay, so it's like, yes, bestow your favor upon me, but it's not just about winning, it's about my protection as well.
Yeah.
So even if...
And also the opponent's protection too.
Yeah, also the...
Which sounds funny given... You know, like, that is nothing.
Like, so you were not going to pray for the protection of the other?
No, obviously I'm praying for the protection of the other, because in the context of like a jiu-jitsu match or a cage fight, obviously, you know, you're there fighting.
Yeah.
And you're trying to, you know, do as much damage to one person as they are to you. But afterwards it's like, okay, I just hope you're okay, healthy, well, right? Because at the end of the day, I would feel awful if you couldn't recover, come back and do what you love. That would honestly break my heart.
That's true.
Because I'm stopping you from doing what you love.
Yeah, that's true.
So I guess that's where I'm like, okay, I'm praying for the opponent. But okay, you know, lose. But I hope you're okay.
Yeah, that's true. So, but I like the fact that you even when you lose a fight, it's not like you're saying, oh, God did not answer your prayer, because you were protected.
Yeah.
Even despite you lost the fight, it wasn't a catastrophic
loss.
Yeah, loss, that kind of a thing. So, yes, you lost maybe a point in the game, and then you didn't win the fight, but then you were protected to fight another day.
Yeah.
To win. Yeah, or to compete for another day. So it's kind of interesting, because why I asked that was because if I look at myself, I know those times when I was trying to get into, even when I was trying to do law as a career, and I wrote the exam several times, I must confess.
Yeah.
And for every time the exam did not come fine, I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
And I think mine just stopped at